Yo, 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 yo. You guys hear me now? Why isn't this working? Oh. Yo, yo. All right. All right, we should be good now. Sorry. See, it's this shit, it just gets fucking crazy, dude. It gets crazy. Appreciate everybody that's been patient with me this past week. Sorry about the stream. I had to redo another stream because I don't know, when I get back to the I have to get back to this stream settings to start the streaming software, and it just doesn't work. I understand my streaming setup isn't great with everything that's been going on right now, but I do appreciate all the patience from everybody and stuff like that. So hope everyone's doing good. Definitely a lot to talk about this week. I appreciate all the support, especially all the stuff from my father the last few weeks. It's been kind of crazy. It's been really hard for me to do. It was really hard for me to do content the last couple of weeks. I ain't gonna lie. But obviously the Eagles wins made me feel a lot better. Made me feel a lot better moving forward. But definitely a lot to talk about here regarding the Philadelphia Eagles. And let me say hi to everybody in the chat. What is up? What is up? What is up? Fandalorian says, Joeyshakes 72. Don't worry that you still better than everything Dan Silvio had to say today. I don't know what he said today, but I know yesterday he talked about, San Francisco is more healthy and they just have a lot more depth and we have no chance. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't get how when this team wins every week the way that they do. And look, the Cowboys won the same exact way we won last night against Seattle. The same way. I mean, besides, two series that were like, 16, 17 fucking penalties in a row. But, I feel like I don't know why they're counting us out so much. I really don't. You look at the 49ers schedule, and I've looked at so much shit of the 49ers, like especially their schedule. And their schedule, we are the best team on their schedule. I looked at the 49ers schedule, they have a cupcake schedule, and literally they get no shit for it. They get no shit at all. Last year we got shit for our so-called easy schedule last year. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy how things go sometimes. And, the Eagles just seems like if we beat a good team, it's always about the good team that we beat and why they should have won, not getting the respect for Jalen Hurts and why we should win and how good we win games. You know what I mean? Sorry about the mic settings, guys. What's going on, Jay? MJ, what is up? Jackson says, prayers for you and your family. I appreciate it so much, man. It's been a crazy couple weeks. Chris says Dan still couldn't make a powder puff league. Joeyshakes says like 49ers or the 49 not 40 whiners. The 49 whiners. Rogue says Richardson is great. He's saying people talking about Eagles as underdogs like 2017 all over again, wearing the dog mask. Let's bring them out and wear them with pride. Exactly. John says, man, Seahawks played the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas ref boys last night. Yeah, it was pretty. I said last night on Twitter, I was like, I don't want to hear nothing about I don't want to hear about the Eagles helping out the refs at all. To be honest with you, going into Dallas, I mean, we gotta play the 49ers this week, but going into Dallas at Dallas is gonna be, I think it's gonna be a nightmare because I think the refs are gonna be all over everything in that game. I think they're gonna try to make shit interesting. And I thought for 2 series in that Dallas-Seattle game, and I give all the props to the Dallas Cowboys for winning that game, no doubt, but holy shit, dude. I mean, the amount of penalties in a row on those fucking 2 series was absolutely insane. I mean, just insane. Alex says Sills is stirring up. Give him 0 fuck. Yeah, I feel like Sills does this on purpose so the Eagles hear about bad things that are said and it really riles them up. Not like these 49er fans that are making these 49er fans. Okay, have been making fake, literally fake quotes from Eagles players, literally, that have been blowing up because their team is talking so much shit. You know, we haven't really said anything, to be honest, besides Hassan Reddick that said something earlier in the year that he marked this game on his schedule. I honestly think that Brock Purdy's the weak link to the 49ers. I swear to God. It's not even because of last year, but really at the end of the day, I'm just saying, I don't think Brock Purdy is the dangerous player that way. I think what's going to make the team stronger for the 49ers is that run game with Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey definitely scares me a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. Not scare me in a bad way, but saying like Christian McCaffrey, like, you know, that team, Hurts has dealt with injuries all year long, okay? Brock Purdy dealt with injuries for 3 weeks straight, and there was no answer. He looked horrible. I don't think that right side of the 49ers offensive line is going to do much to the Eagles. I really don't. I feel like our defense, I think that the right side of the line is definitely a weakness there. And I don't think Brock Purdy's just good enough. Based on their schedule, based off of, yes, it's a week-to-week league, any given Sunday, totally understand it. But I'm not afraid of Brock Purdy. I'm not. There's good weapons, okay? George Kittle, Ayuk, I mean, I get it. Debo, I get it. There are weapons there. You know what I mean? So it doesn't scare me at all. It doesn't. So we got a new member to the camper tier. Thank you so much, Billy Molk Greavy, man. Appreciate it so much, dude. Much love, man. Much love. Definitely hit on those memberships, guys. Going to be having some more content out soon on a lot of stuff if you just want to support or whatever. It's all there. Brock in general is barely even mid-level. I don't think he's much of anything. I really don't. I think he's in a good situation, and that's really it. I think that's really it. You know, he was missing a left tackle for a few games, and, I mean, I don't know. The 49ers didn't do him any favors those 3 weeks when they lost 3 weeks straight at all. Brady says, is Shaq Leonard waiting to the outcome of the Eagles 49ers game? You know what? I don't even care about it anymore, dude. I don't even care. Because now I'm starting to figure out that this is all about money. I feel like either one, Darius Leonard is using the Eagles for leverage to sign with the Cowboys. Like, if this is all about money after you just have 2 back surgeries last year, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I don't even know what to tell you at this point. Like, I don't even give a shit anymore. I don't even care about it anymore. I'm going to report whatever gets reported regarding that situation. So that's all I got to say about it. I mean, look, he visited the Cowboys, he visited the Eagles. He's going to wait and see. Like, I don't know what he's waiting for, and you could be right. He could really just be waiting for to see like what happens with the outcome on Sunday. But I mean, the Eagles regardless are going to be in a 1-game lead on Sunday regardless. You know what I mean? They'll still be in the lead regardless for the number 1 seed. But winning this game on Sunday will make up for a lot of things. Because really all you have to worry about, I mean, to be honest, you got 2 games coming up. I mean, even if you split with Dallas, I'm just saying this as just saying it. If they split with Dallas, they'll still have a 1-game lead. They have Seattle, which is now moved to Monday night. If you guys didn't know, the Seattle game is not Sunday at 4:30 anymore. It is a Monday night game, which is kind of nuts. So they actually moved. They moved Patrick Mahomes and KC versus the Patriots at a Monday Night Football, and they put the Philadelphia Eagles versus Seattle for that game, which I think is really good. The Eagles are getting viewership, 28 million views, watchable views. Okay, television-wise, okay, literally for the Eagles versus Chiefs game. The Bills game went to what, 31 million? The Eagles are just entertaining. The Eagles are making the NFL a lot of money right now. And these second-half comebacks are kind of helping that. GMO says their run D is awful. I think we'll be good, man. You know what I mean? Like, I know we talked about the first half of a lot of these games with the Eagles, and we're all thinking I believe that Nick Sirianni has a lot to do with the first half of these games. There's no proof of it, but I feel like there is something there because of it. Guadalajara March says Cowboys don't have much money on their oh, it doesn't matter, dude. I mean, it doesn't. The cap doesn't matter. Cap space doesn't matter. You make room, you can make room. I mean, it doesn't take much to make room, so I'm not even worried about that much. Clay says 49ers fans are just nervous, so they have to talk trash. Totally agree. Self-made entertainment says, bro, we never get respect. Shake my head, but obviously they love watching us. Yeah, I guess so. Shaq wants the money in the ring because he knows he doesn't have a lot in the tank. I don't know what it is, dude. Is his health really that bad? I mean, what is it? If it's money, go to Dallas. If it's really money, then go to fucking Dallas at this point. So that's all I gotta say. W says Cowboys got exposed. Bland did. We better pick up on that. Yeah, I mean, I never thought DaRon Bland was a fantastic cornerback. He's just got, I mean, he's going to Canton for a personal statistic. That's a great statistic, but it doesn't make him a good cornerback. I mean, it's not like he's going to do this every year. I don't think it's too flashy for me. You know, he got burnt all game, and then he gets one pick, and then, you know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't do much for me to say, hey, you know, this is what he did. DaRon Bland had six, maybe 7 interceptions for the year, whatever. But it's great, but it doesn't. It's just a statistic that's good for like the team and good for the player, and that's it. It doesn't motivate to go into championships. It doesn't tell you the story of really anything else. So I don't think much of DaRon Bland as much as everybody's like, oh my God, like it's a great personal achievement, but it doesn't make up for, because you're going to win a championship. I mean, you had Trevon Diggs with double-digit interceptions. I know this is a lot bigger than that, but I mean, Trevon Diggs had double-digit picks, and what did it amount to? Absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? Donald Shelby, super chat. Thank you so much, man. Says, I believe Nick has something to do with the first half as well. But we have to get Swift more than 14 carries if we're going to win. Yeah, I mean, that's perfectly fine. Like, the only thing I have to fix in the first half is obviously more of a run game. But at the same time, like, yeah, I'm tired of using Swift for one quarter. Then you take him out for the whole second quarter. I don't like that. I understand why they do it. But they have to split up the reps between the first quarter to the second quarter a lot more. Okay, even like what was it, a week or two? I mean, you only run with DeAndre Swift 3-4 times in the first half. That's not good enough. I understand you have to keep him healthy. I understand there's a lot of things that go into it. So I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, but that's what happens. You know what I mean? Slow Gates says touchdown, corner, end zone. Shrek says Eagles are finally getting their respect. America's new team. Yeah, I mean, how much respect are they actually getting? It's really not that much. I mean, everybody has San Francisco beating them this weekend. So, Edwards says, I don't like how they did our schedule this year. Our players don't have enough time to rest their body. It's been a Super Bowl game for us every week. Well, blame the Eagles for that. Blame the coordinators for that. It has nothing to do with them making the schedule the way they made it. It's the Eagles are not making it easy for themselves. When they have times to put teams away, and to be honest with you, the Eagles have done this at least the past 3 weeks. I'll say the Eagles have done this, but these comeback wins have been absolutely amazing. And emotionally it takes a toll on the team. When you get those crazy wins in the second half, you come back. The Eagles are becoming the New England Patriots of old times. Like when, the league is beginning to really hate us. And it's almost Tom Brady-like. It's almost ex-Patriot-like when Tom Brady was there, where the Patriots would come back in these god-awful games that they played and, be the ones on top. And I feel like the Eagles are becoming that team, which is absolutely crazy. So if the Eagles I wouldn't say the schedule is an unfair advantage, because I think, when you make it to the Super Bowl, whether you win or lose, the next year usually you have a very hard schedule. And then on top of a hard schedule, you're going to have a very good bye week. So the pro of having, coming off a good year is you're going to get a really good bye week. And the Eagles had a, dead middle of the season, really good bye week, which the Eagles really needed it after that Cowboys game very badly. So, kind of nuts, but it is true. It is true. Dude, Smitty toasted Bland. Totally agree. See, Fitness says, Dallas fans got to realize their defense can be exposed, especially Bland. Yeah, I wasn't really, besides really, because woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm just saying this, not because it's not true, but yeah, I mean, Geno Smith, this is the difference between Jalen Hurts and other quarterbacks. Like Geno Smith, he threw some pretty bad passes, and some of them were good, and some of these receivers were held accountable for. Lockett dropped a wide open pass. You know what I mean? Like, these things happen. You know what I mean? But the Cowboys won in a very close and Eagle-like game that they did the other night. You know what I mean? So it's more respect towards them for doing that, as much as we don't want them to win. But it was a good win for them the other day. It was a very good win for them the other day. I can't say it wasn't. It reminded me of how we've been winning our games. We've been winning them. Some of them have been ugly. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, once the Cowboys are trailing in games, they usually lose these games and they struggle. And they were struggling. I know there was more pressure on Dak. Dak was getting more aggressive and, being pass happy too much. And, I get it. Like, I don't want to hear about the refs helping out the Eagles. I mean, even in this game against the Cowboys, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, there was two series they had offensively against Seattle's defense, and the flags that were thrown every single play was just ridiculous. Even Al Michaels was fucking getting pissed off last night. Like, what is with all these flags? Like, I mean, I swear to God, dude, if you don't want these cornerbacks, you expect these cornerbacks to play flat-handed. You expect them to have duck feet with their hands, to not, at least grab, or not even grab and pull, but at least grab on and get handsy. That's what everybody does. I feel like it's way too political at times with these penalties, and I get it. Every team gets away with penalties, and every team, either helps them or it hurts them at the end of the day. So it's kind of nuts. Jackson says, I'm not sure Leonard will even fit the Eagles culture. Big name players on the Eagles are willing to sacrifice money for the team, and Leonard clearly isn't willing to do that. He wouldn't fit. I mean, I don't know the truth to that. I don't know any of the truth to that whole entire thing. So I don't know what's true, what's not. I mean, I know that the Eagles have been more contact with Darius Leonard than the Cowboys have, even a couple days before he even visited Philadelphia. I mean, Nick Sirianni said that he was on the phone with him for a couple times. I mean, called him multiple times. It's kind of crazy. Yo, Jonah, what's going on, dude? The Niners get 10 days of rest against us, and the Cowboys have 10 days up. Yeah, dude. So both teams have a lot of rest against the Eagles, man. It's going to be it's tough, and the Eagles are just the injury report and what's going on. And I know Dallas Goedert is doubtful for this week, so we're getting Dallas Goedert back, which is a great thing. I heard there were rumors on Zach Ertz. Apparently, from Adam Schefter, the Eagles definitely have interest in bringing him back. How important is Zach Ertz being brought back to the Philadelphia Eagles? I really don't know. Okay, I'm not really sure how important it is. But for me, at least, is it the most is it the top thing on our list right now we really should be doing? Probably not. I know he's going to break Harold Carmichael's record, I think, in catches or something like that, which they probably want to bring him back for that as well. They have Albert O. They really never given him a chance. They're not keeping 4 tight ends on the roster next year in 2024. I was already surprised they did this year. Jack Stahl is definitely somebody that's going to be here for the future, no doubt. Jack Stahl is very good. When given opportunity, he runs with it. So I don't know what you guys think about Zach Ertz coming back. So, we'll see. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going to happen. I would love him to come back. I don't think he's the same Zach Ertz that we've known from 2017, obviously, but I think for a guy can come in for a couple plays as a rotational guy behind Dallas Goedert, or to be a starter for a couple plays or something like that, I still feel like linebacker is still the bigger need right now than tight end. I'm not really worried about tight end at all, like period, 0%, not even worried about it whatsoever. Billy Mulreeve says, we need linebackers. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Totally agree. We got a super chat from Fabio Villicano. What's going on, man? He says, is it worth for 49ers to blow their load on first game? I mean, what do you mean, is it worth the 49ers to blow their load in the first game? I mean, is it worth them to just lose just for can they afford to lose? Not really, no. I think it takes them straight out. I mean, I think they're done anyway. I think they're too far behind. I mean, I think if they lose to the Eagles on Sunday, I think it's going to be too late for them to even try to get to a first seed. It's definitely not. Obviously with the Lions, losing to Green Bay on Thanksgiving, that was big as well. So that helped the Eagles tremendously. Obviously a loss from Dallas last night would have just took them straight out. But the Eagles got to win really one of these two games or both. If they win both, it's already done because you got Seattle, Arizona, Giants, Arizona, Giants. So I feel like there's a good chance. I mean, the Eagles got to have these playoffs run through Philadelphia. It's just what's got to happen. Not saying they can't win on the road, but I think this is where they really have to get their shit going. No doubt. 333 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this stream as well. Appreciate everybody. If you guys have a question, you know what to do. I'm trying to get through everything as possible. So if I miss you, if I skip you or miss you, just put the question again. Don't spam like crazy. Want to be respectful to everybody else, but definitely. Nicholas Kerr says, I don't want Ertz. He's forced his way out of town when times were bad with that argument with Howie. Now that it's the golden years, he wants to come back. So you think like Zach Ertz is just, well, Zach Ertz, I mean, John Clark talked to Zach Ertz during the Super Bowl last year because it was in Arizona. And Zach Ertz said, if there's a time down the road I can come back, he'll come back. I don't think he was forced out. I mean, we have to give Ertz a lot of respect because he could have sat out every game. He knew before the season started in 2020, what was it, 2021, whatever it was. He knew back in 2020, okay, the start of the season. He knew that he was getting traded. He could have sat out. He didn't have to play any games. He cared about the fans. He cared about the city. He played when he didn't really have to. He could have just sat out and just said, I'll just sit out until I get traded. But he played the games that he helped the Eagles. He helped the Eagles as much as he could before he got traded. So, what teams are going after Zach Ertz right now? Okay. I heard Bills, KC, Baltimore. Baltimore is a big one. They lost tight end Mark Andrews for the season, so he won't be around. So really, he's got a choice right now. If he goes to Baltimore, I'm not going to be upset over it. Like I said, I'm not sitting here like, just like the Leonard situation, I'm not sitting here like, man, if we don't get him, if he signs somewhere else, I'm going to be so pissed off. You know what I mean? I'm not really in that mode right now. Not even in that mode whatsoever. You know what I mean? Ron Yancey, thank you so much, man. He says, having a sure-handed tight end in this offense like Ertz would be incredibly beneficial to the offense. Dual tight end sets with Dallas and 86 bring Zach home, baby. Hey, I'm not against it. I'm not against any of it, John says he could be used to change out the rest, to rest Goddard. Yeah, I mean, Goddard really is trying to push to play this week, and it looks like it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen right now, so. See here. Jackson McMullen says, if the whole Sirianni running the first half play calling is concerning, I'd love to see Johnson take full control. Obviously, I don't know if that's true, but the second half looks so good. It's the first to the second half is night and day, dude. It's night and day. I'm just trying to see, like, how does BrianJohnson do the same thing every game? Learn from his mistakes. If BrianJohnson is obviously responsible for the whole entire game, including the first half, plays really well, and then doesn't make those adjustments next game. Sirianni, I know Sirianni doesn't have a notepad. Why is Siri? Oh, every time I say Sirianni, my phone, because Sirianni. Every time, Nick has these. I know he doesn't have a clipboard or a play call sheet. Maybe he has something with BrianJohnson. He has his own play call sheet. What the Eagles like to do in the first half, they want to throw that dagger downfield that's going to get first early blood points. That's what they want to get. They want to strike first blood downfield. That's what they try to do. And it's putting us behind so much, dude. It's putting us way behind. At least if they used, even if they used Kenneth Gainwell a shit ton of times in the first half, I'd be more happy with it than passing that many times. Or on first, second down, second and short, they're throwing daggers downfield when they don't have to. It's very little shit that we have to fix that is very fixable. All of it's fixable. You know what I mean? So maybe we're pointing the finger at the wrong coach right now. I have to know, there's no way BrianJohnson does what he does in the first half, and then all of a sudden it just changes. Like night and day offense, defense, offense just changes ridiculously. John said, the way they talk about us, you would think we're 1-10. I know, dude. It's crazy shit, dude. It's crazy shit. Elaine says the game last night was a joke. Seahawks should have won, not Dallas. So many flags called on them, and Dallas got away with a lot. Dak MVP my ass. Look, it was a good game. It was a good game for the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be the one that's going to bitch about the refs, but, man, I got to say, there was a shit ton of penalties in that fucking game. I'm sorry, but it was almost fucking unbearable, and it was almost fucking unwatchable. Literally unwatchable. I mean, literally every play was a fucking flag. I mean, it was like Dallas is just brought to the other side of the field, and then, commentators are like, that's how Dallas answers back. And I'm like, dude, did you just see the last two fucking series with Dallas on offense? It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. I don't want to hear a fucking word about the refs helping out the Eagles, bro. The Eagles are making plays going downfield. Eagles are making plays. Yes, Lockett had a drop. They had some their offensive line. I mean, Seattle's offensive line is banged up real bad. I'm surprised they held out as long as they did in that game. And you know what? Geno Smith's not bad. I don't think he's horrible. I think he holds on to the ball a little bit too long at times. He's indecisive on his first read at times. You got DK Metcalf, you got JSN, you got Lockett. They got weapons, dude. It's not like they don't have weapons. I know they don't have Kendall Walker. I understand they're, they still got Mac. They have what? They have McIntosh. They have what's his face got hurt with the knee injury. Charbonnet got hurt with a knee injury, which I like Charbonnet a lot. I think he's great. I liked him in the draft at UCLA. So John says, Joeyshakes, what are the odds of getting neither Shaq or Ertz? I think there's a huge chance to get both of them, but it just depends what the Eagles want more, really. I think they have a chance to get both of these guys. My gut feeling says, and Brian Bollinger did say that he's aiming more towards the Dallas Cowboys, but we'll see. Donald says, I think Nick draws up some plays for Johnson to call in the first half, and that's what I mean when Nick is involved. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think there is some things like, hey, I want you to do some of these plays for me. I think he's heavily involved in the first half. I totally agree with that. Totally agree. John says, I love how everyone says the refs love us, but what if it was Case? Why didn't they help us win the Super Bowl? Yeah, exactly. Mario says, didn't Hawks have 3 touchdowns taken away? Yeah, I mean, they scored 3 touchdowns in a row on that defense. Yeah, it was a flag every fucking time, dude. It's crazy. Philly D said, what's the word on Ertz? The word on Ertz is he cleared waivers. People are like, oh my God, he cleared waivers. Yes, he cleared waivers. No shit. He cleared waivers because because on the contract that he is on right now, no team was going to take him on his current contract on waivers. This way, his contract will diminish into a cheaper contract if he goes off waivers as a free agent. They put him on waivers on purpose because they're not going to, obviously they can't trade him. So they put him on waivers on purpose. This way he goes through waivers and so that another team can afford him coming off the waivers. So I heard it's the Bills. I heard it's KC. So, I mean, I can read you quick. Oh, I don't know why this isn't working, but that's kind of weird. But all right. I have to do a screen capture next time because it's really weird. Really weird. All right. We're all right. Eric said, respect to you, Joe. I appreciate it, Eric. I don't know what I'm getting respected for, but I appreciate it. Drew says, refs screwed us in the Super Bowl, but refs love us, bro. Cowboys 87 says, refs helped, versus Bills and Chiefs game, just saying. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'd say the Dallas game was worse than both of those Eagles games fucking combined. So, yeah. Philly D says, Matt Weeks, what up, my guy? Let's see here. Chico says, and the refs helped Cowboys in the Seahawks game on Thursday. Teddy says, Joey Sirianni coaches to win while Kyle Shanahan coaches not to lose. If this is a close game, I say we got this and we will get to Purdy. I got it 31-21. Yeah, I mean, look, it's realistically, I really feel like Purdy is the weak link to that offense. I really do. I don't think Purdy brings anything to the table. I think he's got a good arm. I think when he has perfect protection, I think he's good. I think when protection starts to bog down a little bit and he starts to get a little, I'm not saying that he can't scramble or anything like that, but the only way I could see that Purdy's going to do really well in this game if he throws quick and underneath on a lot of throws. Okay, which a lot of underneath is wide open with this defense that we do, this scheme that we do play. So I'm sorry, but I think Purdy's a solid quarterback. I think he's solid. I just don't think he can achieve greatness. I don't think there's nothing about him that gives us that extra layer. That's why the Eagles and every other team are different. The Eagles can beat you in 20 million different ways. Every other team in the NFL has to beat you with a sequence. They have to use a specific player. They have to run the offense through a certain player. Yeah, I understand the Eagles need to, Hurts has to have a good game. It's all about the quarterback. But when it comes down to the quarterback between Purdy and Jalen Hurts, Purdy just doesn't add that extra element to where he's putting the team on his back. That's just me. I don't see it enough. I really don't. I don't see it too much. So that's just my opinion on the situation. Rio said, if Miami was paying a head coach 100 G's to lose games, Jerry Jones is paying refs to win games. Matt says, to be honest, I've sucked in every game. Refs have sucked to be in every game I've watched in the recent memory. That's the truth. Not even during our games, but others as well. Yeah. And you know what? Like, I'm sorry, but, the Cowboys, literally we gave the game away to the Cowboys. We gave them the game. Gave it to them on a silver platter, 6-yard line, and you have 20-something seconds left, and you can't even, your franchise quarterback can't even fit the ball in, dude. That pass to Shoemaker on the goal line, Brandon Cooks wide open in the end zone on that side. Shit like that, dude. Opportunity. When you miss opportunities, then you blame the refs. Don't blame your team. Don't blame your players. Don't blame your coordinators. Don't blame your coaches. Just blame the refs. That's just how it's been this whole entire year. This whole fucking year. That's all it's been. We got Queasy13. What's going on, man? Says you might think it's crazy. You might think I'm crazy. Oh, trust me. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with everybody. Nothing surprises me anymore. But he says, to be honest, they're Niners up. I think we see them again after Sunday. They won't be the same after being it. Makes more sense to see Chauncey Johnson in the NFC Championship or Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, we already know the Cowboys ain't making it to the second round. So, I mean, at this point, I mean, I don't know. I got to see how the rest of these games pan out for the Lions. The Lions still have to play the Vikings twice. Justin Jefferson is coming back. That's going to be a big one. They still got to play the Cowboys as well. I mean, the Cowboys still got to play Miami, and they still got to play the Bills. They got a stretch they have to play as well, on top of playing us. So, a lot is on the line right now. A lot is on the line. Torville says, would it be something if we played all these close games and we end up hammering the 49ers, who are arguably the best team the Eagles have faced this year? When it comes to the quarterback, I don't think it's the best quarterback we faced all year. I think there's a good team around Purdy, but I don't think we're facing the best quarterback this week. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if you get pressure on Purdy, I think he's done. I think it's already a done deal, done play. I think once you pressure Purdy, it's over. Not the whole game, but I'm saying for that play, I think it's done. I'm not saying that Purdy can't make the throws. I think he can make a lot of throws. When he's got good protection, I think he's great. But when it comes to him, this is the best team on that schedule. The second best team on their schedule is Baltimore right now. I mean, look at the 49ers schedule this year. It wasn't crazy. Everyone made it seem just like us last year. Cupcake schedule to the Super Bowl, as everyone said. Now we get a hard schedule. Now we're literally squeaking out wins with toughness and character-building wins, character-building drives. The Eagles are going to be playing in another shitty-ass weathered game on Sunday. The Eagles win in bad weather. The Eagles win from behind. The Eagles win in front. The Eagles have beat teams with Jalen Hurts' arm. We've beat with Jalen Hurts' legs. We've beaten with wide receivers, tight ends, you name it. We've beaten teams in multiple ways. The only problem I have with the Eagles right now in the second half, really, besides the first half bullshit that we all know, the one thing that I am just concerned about is whenever BrianJohnson has a chance to put a team away, he can't do it. Okay? Every time BrianJohnson has a chance to put away a team, he never could put away a team, ever. I don't know what it is. He could have done it against Miami. He could have done it against Kansas City. And then they draw up these horrible plays. Every time we have a chance to throw away the whole entire quarter and can waste so much time with clock management, they go 3 and out. Every time they have a chance to put a team away, they always fuck it up, and I don't know why. You know? Crazy. What's going on, Dave? Matt said, I'd rather have character and gritty wins than win in style every week. Yeah, like, Stu, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't give the Cowboys, like, I give them respect for the win last night, but at the same time, like, when the Cowboys are trailing in points, guess who helped them out in the end? The fucking refs. It's just fucking true. I'm sorry, but I didn't see Dak fucking throw upfield all the way to the other side of the end zone. Literally, like, Dak was trailing in this fucking game in the second half, and he was struggling and just throwing up the fucking ball where it wasn't even near the fucking receiver. Half of these passes turned to flags, every fucking one of them. Every play was a fucking flag going upfield. I mean, it's just, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's all I really got to say about it. Like I said, like, I give the Cowboys respect for their win. I give Dak the respect for his win last night. But at the same time, like, when I hear, like, shit like this is the first time, okay, he beat a playoff caliber team, okay? But, I mean, I already know, like, the media is going to be licking the shit out of this. It just didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well with me at all. John says, that's Dwight Davis, aren't you? Okay. Yo, Phil, what's going on, Phil? So let's be honest, many of those calls were legit, but at the same time, you can throw a flag. Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying, though. Like, the NFL is ruining a lot of fucking games. I mean, when there's a flag on, like, every play on a series, it's bad. It's really bad. I mean, like, I was just like, dude, again? I wasn't even mad at if it was a good call or a bad call. I was just pissed off because I'm sitting there like, dude, like, it's not even watchable. It's not even like a watchable game at this point. That's the shit I can't stand, like, with this. Like, it's annoying. Matt says, congrats on DJ's retirement. So happy for him. Grateful. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm happy for him, man, and going out. And, probably the best D threat in history, man. 60-plus yard, leads the league in 60-plus yard touchdowns. I mean, just ridiculous, dude. Good for him, man. I'm glad it got done, you know. Nate says, I don't think the rest of the league really knows the extent of our offensive problems. Asked the 49ers friend from school his thoughts on it. He said he wasn't really aware we were having issues. Issues on what, dude? Yeah, because, a lot of teams, a lot of people from other teams don't realize the problems. We're having issues in the first half, and we're having issues on sometimes situational football on certain downs, certain plays that are called that make no sense by BrianJohnson in the second half, and putting teams away when you literally have them. I mean, putting teams away when you literally fucking have them by the throat. It's the total opposite of last year. Last year, the offense was scoring so many points last year, and the fucking defense was taking their foot off the gas. It's the total opposite this year. Now we're trailing in games. The Eagles play better when they don't take leads. I mean, it's just the truth, man. It's the fucking truth. So we got Drip, member for 8 months. Thank you so much, man. He says, Fly Eagles Fly, Shake Squad, salute, man. Thank you for coming in, dude. I appreciate it so much, dude. Tovo says, refs are making it impossible for DBs to cover wide receivers, yet offensive line guys, OL guys are getting away with holds and headlock. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I think the penalties that I'm seeing mostly right now are these defensive linemen getting fucking held like crazy. I mean, you could see it and it's not getting called. I've seen it a million fucking times, like Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick getting fucking held every play. I've seen it a million times. Jalen Carter, I've seen it a million times this year. We got a super chat from Eric Stewart. Thank you so much, man. He says, the respect is for the hard work and content you've been giving us. I really appreciate that. I appreciate it, Eric, very much, man. It's been a rough few weeks. It's been a very, very rough few weeks, and I've been trying to, hold out. Really, the first week when I was going through the stuff with my father, it was really rough, and I was putting out content, but I really wasn't. I was following the news and everything, but not that I wasn't caring about it. I just had so many other things on my mind, and I appreciate everybody that's been Appreciate everybody's been really patient, Appreciate everybody that's been patient. Appreciate so much for the super chat, by the way. Very much love. Appreciate it. Jack says, interesting because it seems like the side calls a better game in the second half also. I wonder if Nick has a little control over the first half on both coordinators. No, I don't think he has control over Desai. I doubt that. I think most of it is his input on his own play call sheet to BrianJohnson in the first half. You have to keep DeAndre Swift healthy, and I get it. I'm glad that they're adding in Boston Scott. We already know that Rashad Penny is never going to have a snap unless 2 running backs get hurt. It's not going to happen. So, I really want to destroy the 49ers. I think this is a game where the Eagles could really get separation in this game. Believe it or not. People are calling this the toughest game on our schedule, but who knows? If the Eagles can get pressure on Brock Purdy, it might not be the toughest game we've had this year. It might not. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. T.L. Hopkins in the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, the Cowboys hold every play, and I'm sick of it. Oh, man. Crazy. Drew Jones turned Anakin to the dark side. Dwight said the Sheagles pigeon 10-3, Cry Eagles cry. Well, we're not 10-3. Okay? So the fuck, dude? Taking selfies in the bedroom, bro? What you doing, bro? doing, bro? You got to take a better selfie than that, dude. I don't really want to see that. Let's see here. Fat Dog says, Tariq Woolen is a big Cowboys fan, purposely interfered with the Cowboys receivers knowing he would get called. He even had a huge smile on his face, sickening. I actually really like him a lot. I like Tariq Woolen a lot because he plays like very aggressive at corner. And he's like got that pushback attitude. I actually really like Tariq Woolen a lot. I don't think that's true, but let's see here. Young Boy Majestic says, yo, Joey, we got more Cowboys supporters than fan base supporters. Sucks to suck on Dallas. It's true, boy. Mark says, yards don't mean shit when your team's losing. Yeah, like I as long as the Eagles are winning, I don't care how they win. They win in any way possible. It doesn't matter what the stats are. It doesn't. I mean, a 10-1 team is being like this disrespected. I don't get it. Truthfully, I think Reddick is going to have a good game. I think Reddick's going to have a good game. I think Josh Sweat's going to have a good game. You know, linebacker's the question this week, really. It really is the question. Bland, another pick. Yeah, he had a good pick. He had a good pick. I mean, he didn't have a fantastic game, but he had a good pick, though. You know, at the end of the day, the Cowboys win. That's all that matters. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say that Deron Bland is gonna be the best corner for years to come. It's like this is a really good statistic and a personal achievement for him, but it doesn't make him a good corner. It makes him a good. It makes him where he's been in good position. He's been in the right spot, the right time, and you know. It doesn't guarantee you anything but personal achievement for Deron Bland. This isn't for the Dallas Cowboys. It's for Deron Bland, and that's it. You know, that's it. That's all it is. So this says Joey. The Daily Area says everyone is bragging about Dallas being undefeated at home, where Dallas playing their playoff games as of now on the damn road. Yeah, I mean they've had issues on the road, no doubt. But we'll see how where it goes. Round says, but why does Vegas have us underdogs? They shouldn't care about winning money for the house. They need to make us Eagles feel good about our Vikings 22 like record. Yeah, I mean, well, this is what they do all the time, and I have no issue with the Eagles being underdogs in this game. I really don't. So. Matt says, we will get a deal with Cowboys 2 weeks right now. We are focused on the 49ers. John says, Deebo Samuel called Bradbury trash, but Deron Bland has more touchdowns than him. It's true. Dwight says, okay, Bland had a bad day. It happened in his learning experience. DK Metcalf is a beast. Oh, DK is great. DK is an awesome player. Like I said, Deron Bland's achievement is going to Cancun, and that's an awesome thing. But when it comes to, like, specifically, does it mean anything for the Cowboys playoff-wise? No, it's just, does it help them win games? Sure, but, you know, I've seen this story too many times where corners have these good years and then they don't do shit, you know, so I'm not, I mean... I mean, literally before the Eagles game, he played good. Then he played the Eagles and played horrible, got burnt. And then he went to Seattle and got burnt, and then got a pick where it mattered the most, and Geno Smith threw a really bad pass. So, I mean, it is what it is. Deron Bland made a good play on the ball. I'm not giving him a bad rap. I think Deron Bland's been playing good, but is it just because he's in the right spot at the right time? And obviously that's the case, but I can't put too much into it. You know, I've seen corners have great years like this, but it doesn't mean anything for team success. You know, it's just the truth. Got a super chat from Adam. Thank you so much, man. He says, yo, Joey, I'm getting the same feeling as you. This is going to be our first complete. That being said, what is the number one worry you have going into this game? It's our pass rush. It's the pass rush hitting home, really. I shouldn't be worried about the pass rush, but of course I always am, because I feel like when Desai relies on the four-man pass rush so much, you know, if it's 2nd and 15, 3rd and 15, something like that, you need like a big stop. I feel like he relies on that four-man pass rush too much, and I feel like, you know, just send a fifth guy, send something else, try to, at least if it's 3rd and 15 or something like that, 3rd and 18, something like that, you can at least use an extra man and get some pressure and, make Purdy or make any quarterback throw a quick pass, which is not going to get them the first down. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. I think that's a worry. And really, it's really the situational play calls, but really the first half. It's the first half of games that annoy me. It's annoyed me every single game. Appreciate the super chat, by the way. Death Row South of the super chat. Thank you so much, man. It says, we have to learn how to play the short game on defense. If you could stop the short game, San Francisco's finished. Yeah. I mean, look, everything underneath is mostly open. And the good thing is we've had Bradley Roby back the last few weeks, which is great. Slay and Bradbury, I really want him to have a good game. Like, Bradbury, I'm proud of him for not shooting back at Debo. I'm proud of him for being the bigger man. Debo hasn't done a fucking thing this year, okay? Debo, to me, for me at least, I don't think of him as a big threat at all in this game. I don't. I think Kittle's a bigger threat because I think we've been not playing well against tight ends this year. I think they match up well on us over our linebackers. That's just been the case. That's just been the story. Getting the Brock Purdy, stopping Christian McCaffrey is going to be a big ordeal for us. It's going to be a big one for us. So we'll see how that goes. Cole says, Bland jumping routes with no help over the top cooked, and we all saw the 73-yard score. No, I get it, dude. Like, he didn't have a great game, but I guess he made up for it, but, like I said, it's a personal achievement that's good for him and just for him alone. It has nothing to do with the Cowboys. It's just him. Obviously, how he's used by the defensive coordinator and stuff, so that's a great thing, so. Christian Vid says, how do you feel about the flex game on primetime? Sorry if you answered. Oh, yeah. So the Seattle game was flexed they took the KC Patriots game. They took Mahomes out of Monday Night Football and put the Eagles in Monday Night Football. So Mahomes and the Patriots are playing at 1 on Sunday. The Eagles are playing Monday Night Football against Seattle in a few weeks. That's awesome. So we have another Monday night game to look forward to, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Had a lot of primetime games this year. What was that, our 7th primetime game this year? Tell you what, Deron Bland got a pick. Fools act like he didn't do nothing. Oh, no, he got a pick. I mean, that's it, but that's all. I mean, that's all he did the whole game. I mean, realistically, it's all he did the whole game. Not throwing anything against him. He got a pick. He didn't have a great game. I mean, fucking Christ. I mean, can't be stupid and say he had a great game. The pick doesn't make up for it. Yeah, it helps, the Cowboys got the win, but it doesn't make up for anything. It doesn't erase his mistakes going forward. Teddy Cancun says, Joey, is Ben Van Simmeren our next undrafted star? Also, I got back from the 41er YouTube channels. I don't think so. No, I think Ben Van Simmeren. He's the undrafted free agent from Michigan State. He's a freak athlete. The problem, I mean, he's a special teams ace, but he needs more work. His tackling is an issue. I think his tackling is a big issue. He had a lot of issues with tackling in preseason this past year. This is what happens when you don't put money into this position. It's shitty. This is what happens when you put no money into this position. They got to start putting money into this position like soon. I'm not saying I'm not saying draft too high, but they got to do something. Drew says, oops, sorry. Had the wrong shot. Dwight, the refs walked in the offense 60 yards for the win. Didn't score. Chris says, Joe, I got a couple questions. Why does this first half Eagles team remind you of? And second, do you really believe BrianJohnson is calling the first half of games? Well, it reminds me of Nick Sirianni's first year being here. Reminds me of Andy Reid in some ways too, because he almost did the same thing too, where he'd be pass happy when he was with us back in a while ago. But really, it's Nick not running the ball at all, barely. So I don't think BrianJohnson's calling the first half plays, but I don't think they're his plays. I think Nick wants to get that kill shot. I think he wants to score. What Nick is trying to do is he's trying to score early. He's trying to get that kill shot passing downfield. That's what he's trying to do. So I think that's part of it. McCarthy Morville says, Bland plays just like his name. He reminds me of some good-looking food. Once you take a bite of it, it has no salt, no flavor. It's so bland. I don't know. To me, it's like he's like one of those players that's going to have like those years like this where it's unforgettable, and then like he might be forgotten later on. Like it's always good statistics. It's 1 year. Like if he did this like 2 years, if he did this like 2 years in a row, then I would say, okay, great. But Miss Ash says they specifically called out one of their brothers. The defense is going to show up. It's true. They say, hey, Texas Toast, Dallas Cowboys are about to face Gammas teams. Better hope Dak doesn't choke like the usual in December. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna see if Dak will be able to. Yeah, we're gonna find out. I think what holds Dak in the offense, obviously, look, Dallas' defense, is it going to get better throughout the year? And it's still a good defense. Hopefully, they're not getting exposed more with Deron Bland. I don't know. We'll see, but we will see. There were some stupid plays by Seattle. There were some dumb plays anyway. Brian Saransky, what's going on, mate? So if the Eagles win the Super Bowl and pick last in the first round, is there a chance to get Jeremiah Trotter Jr. from Clemson to continue his father's legacy here in Philadelphia? That's going to be a really big name for the Eagles. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what his draft. I don't know where he's supposed to. Where he's supposed to get drafted, what round. I haven't done any research on it yet to where they think he's going to go. I would really like him to come to the Eagles, no doubt. That would be fantastic. But I want them to get him if he's going to be a star. I don't want them to get him because of the name. I don't want them to draft a player out of emotion. Obviously, I want them to draft somebody that's because he's best player available on the board. And that's, I think, where we have been doing really well the last 3 years in these drafts. I think they've been drafting best player available, then need over best player available. I think that's been a huge thing with that. So, I think that's a good thing. So we'll see. We got 332 in the chat. Make sure you like the stream. Like it up like crazy. Let's get over 200 likes if it is. I don't know if it is or whatnot. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well for Eagles content every day. I will have a video out tomorrow. The shakedown will be tomorrow night, and then we'll be streaming the game on Sunday. So definitely pop in. Pop in if you're around. Thanks, says Texas boy. Stop acting like you didn't do that after the Eagles Cowboys. Matt says it's funny all the trolls ever think about is stats, wins, loss. Yeah, I know. It's just what it is. It's what it is. Trovo says the Eagles will probably draft the right tackle in round one because of late battling injuries the past couple years. I wouldn't say round one, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Honestly, what's going to be the biggest need in the first round? I don't know. John says, Joeyshakes, I don't see how these analysts say Purdy and Dak are better than Hurts. It makes no sense. I don't know. That's what I've been seeing all week. What's it called? The 49ers offensive line, and they're better in the trenches than the Eagles. The quarterback is better than Jalen Hurts. I look at their schedule. I look at San Francisco's schedule, and it's not even. I'm like, dude, really? I haven't really looked at their schedule. Like, I've been seeing them play every week, but I haven't really paid attention too close to their schedule. I looked at their schedule and I was like, dude, like, who did they play this year? Like, who did they play? Imagine being underdogs at home. Yeah, dude, like, that's when the Eagles played the Falcons in the fucking divisional game in 2017, they were underdogs. They were underdogs as a first seed against a 7 seed. A 6 seed, sorry. At the time. It's not the first time this has happened. It's happened a million times before. It's nothing new. Round said, I mean, the 49ers lose by a Mooney field goal, miss and have bad games against Vikings, Bengals, but to lose to the Jets and have 30 dropped twice by the Commanders, that's supposed to scare the Niners? Yeah, well, every week, it's a week-to-week league, and at the same time, dude, like, the games against Washington are fucking division games. Like, the teams know each other really well. You can't point the divisional games to say, oh, how are the 49ers supposed to be mad? You can't even score anything on the Commanders. Yeah, the Commanders look bad now. They're worse now than they were when we played them. When we played them, they still had Chase Young. They still had Montez Sweat, and they weren't playing that bad. But this is a divisional game. But these division games are always close. So both teams know each other very well. They know every player. All the players know how each other plays. Like, you can't take division games into account. The NFC East is just better than, to be honest, the NFC East is better. The Cowboys, Eagles, and Washington, at least Washington earlier this year, were better than the Vikings, better than the Bengals, and better than the Vikings and the Bengals. And yeah, we had one loss against the Jets. Like, we just overlooked. We sat out 5-6 guys in that game. It was shit. We didn't play well. It just happens. You're due a loss. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? You're due a loss. It's going to happen sooner or later. Matt said, we were underdogs our entire Super Bowl run. This ain't nothing new to us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, everyone's like, man, how can you be, underdogs, 10-1 underdogs? It's happened before. But no one understands, like, that's what fuels this team. Like, it's what fuels us. They were underdogs in the whole playoffs and Super Bowl. It's true. 10-9 is not big of a gap in wins. Close, let the Eagles fans tell it is. But we're not, dude, who's comparing, dude? Who's comparing? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care what the Cowboys do. The only reason I'm talking about the Cowboys right now is because people are asking about it. I can care less. Like, the Eagles just take care of business every week. I don't care if the Cowboys are catching up or have nine wins. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like, the Eagles can have a 2-game lead. The Eagles have a 3-game lead. It just depends. A 2-game lead, the Eagles go into Dallas next week, but it doesn't matter to me because I know the Eagles will take care of business on their own. Reese says, then again, announcers for the Eagles game are Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi. How many times will the Cowboys be mentioned? Yeah, a shit ton. Shit ton, dude. Young Boy Majesty says, what's our main focus point going to this week's game? Well, stopping the run, stopping Christian McCaffrey will be the number one thing defensively, and then getting pressure on Brock Purdy. If you want to keep everything underneath, make sure you're making those one-on-one tackles and just containing the outside. Offensively, just situational football. Just do what you've been doing all year, except just do what you've been doing all year. This first half just needs to be tweaked a little bit because it's got to be more involved in a running game. You're just digging yourself a hole, and then then you're putting so much pressure on this offense in the second half of these games. I got to say, because usually when teams come out with emotional comeback wins, they can't do it every week. Usually you lose a lot of games coming out of emotional wins. It's very hard to get wins constantly, consistently. Emotionally in second halves. And the Eagles, it hasn't fazed them. It hasn't fazed them at all. Oh, truth be told, appreciate it so much, man. Welcome to the channel, bro. Nicholas says Dallas still has played Buffalo, Miami, Detroit. That's what I'm saying. Like, they still got some tough teams to play. Thanks says, Randall, he didn't say we're so good. He said it's a division game and they're always close. Yeah. Division games are division games. It doesn't matter what the records are. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. You can't compare the Eagles to what they did against Commanders and when they, lost to the Jets. Like, it's going to happen. Yeah, the Eagles lost to the Jets. The Cowboys lost to the fucking Arizona Cardinals. I think that Arizona lost to the I think the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals is going to fuck them over. That game is going to be like the one they shouldn't have lost this year. No doubt. So, Rogue says, Eagles fans wear dog masks from 17. Let's bring back Eagles underdogs. Billy says, San Francisco fans, don't worry. We got the best, most precise surgeon on the field. Hurts will cut out the cancer. Shit. My main worry is the middle with Fletch out and Cunningham out. We still got I'm not really worried about that because they've always moved. They can move Brandon Graham to the inside. They've done that before. They can move edge rushers into the inside. I'm not really worried about that too much. They've done it a lot this year where they'll take an outside guy, move him inside to get a better pass rush. I'm not really worried about that too much with Fletch being out. It sucks. We really need him. But I'm not, Milton's coming back this week, which is good. He'll definitely help against the run, hopefully, because he's been pretty good against the run this year. But they move those outside guys in the inside sometimes, so I'm not really worried about that too much. I get prices Buffalo tomato cans, and you almost lost. I don't get these fans. These fans are fucking stupid, dude. Yeah, they just came out. They just won a football game last night, almost the same way the Eagles win. They literally won a game last night. They literally won that game last night precisely the same way that the refs helped, and on top of everything else, a close-ass game last night. Fucking morons. I mean, just idiots. Dwight said the Niners have to win come Sunday because are 8-3, so Eagles' luck just ran out. We'll see, dude. Talk is cheap, bro. Strap the fucking chin strap and show me what you fucking got. Brown says, look, Eagles and Niners are the best teams in the NFL. No excuses Sunday. Best team will win. Yeah, that's all. I just want a good game. Eagles could lose this game. Niners could lose this game. Either way. I'm not trying to say I have a lot of faith in my team to fucking win. I think, honestly, like, compared schedules, compared to a lot of other shit, I don't think the 49ers have really faced a great team this year. Simple as that. I don't. Thanks says these division games have nothing to do with Eagles versus 49ers. No, it doesn't. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You talk about schedule. I'm just saying what it is. Agree the offense owes the D an easier. Yeah, I agree. An easier night, I agree. So, Dwight Davis said, A.J. Brown is a damn joke. What did he do the last time we played him? What did Devontae Smith do to you guys when you played him? The Eagles have 2 number 1 receivers. Yeah, because everyone's doubling A.J. Brown now. If A.J. Brown doesn't have a big game, Devontae Smith's going to have over 100 yards. So what's your point? Like, we still have a 100-yard receiver every fucking game. What's your point? Really? A.J. Brown. If A.J. Brown's not having a good game, Devontae Smith's going to have a bigger game. And it's happened every fucking time. Devontae Smith is close to breaking 1,000 yards. Literally, I mean, the Eagles are going to have 2 1,000-yard receivers this year again. We don't have to rely on one guy. That's the best thing about this team. Like, I don't get this competition talk. Like, the Eagles are 10-1 right now. I don't get what like, it's supposed to burn me because A.J. Brown really hasn't had a good game the last couple weeks. Like, what? Like, seriously? Devontae Smith has been balling the past few weeks. Since the bye week, it's been Devontae Smith's season. So what do I care? Aggie says, Joey worried about San Francisco. Oh, yeah, I'm so scared. So scared. At least I could show my face and talk about it. Hence, all you guys don't. That's the difference. The difference is I'll show up when we win or lose. You guys will be, bye-bye, see you later. Nobody will be around. Fucking crickets in the fucking woods. That's how it will be. Dank says, who cares how many yards he had? He scored a touchdown, y'all. Quinn says, Eagles best team in the league. Point blank, you don't go 10-1 off luck. It's crazy shit. Jared says, you got to realize these 49 Cowboy fans, etc., are in an Eagles chat right now for a reason. Take what they say with a grain of salt. They're in the Eagles stream for a reason. They're in an Eagles stream because they fucking love me. That's why. They fucking love me. You understand? They don't care about their own teams. They care about me. That's the reason why they're in here. They love me and they won't say it. Come on now. Boss Street Sports Podcast says, yo, Joey, I'm live streaming the game on my podcast this weekend. Hey, dude, I hope it goes well, man. I hope you enjoy your time, and I hope it goes really well, dude. Fucking love me, dude. It's fucking true. You don't fucking join somebody's stream if you don't, like, love the person that they're watching. Come on now. They won't say it. They'll just be like, yo, Cowboys are better. Oh, San Francisco's better. Oh. You'll got to see DK Metcalf as well. It won't be easy. All right, well, until that happens. I think the Eagles are going to beat Seattle. So, I think the Eagles are going to beat Seattle. And that's just the way it's going to happen. I'm not worried about Seattle. I'm not worried about the Niners. I'm not worried about the fucking Cowboys. I'm not worried about nothing. Cowboys still have to face Miami. Cowboys still have to face Detroit, and they got to face Buffalo. So we'll find out. Mary Designer Dwight says 10-1 big question mark. Help of refs and luck. Yeah, you're right. 100%. I don't know. Pick your poison, dude. We had an easy schedule last year to the Super Bowl, and now we're facing hard teams. So now we're facing good teams, and now it's the fucking refs. So pick your fucking poison, dude. Randall says, Niners fan here, and yes, we do love you. Thanks for the content. Let's get to the damn game. I told you guys, see? Randall gives the respect. It's all good. No, I get it. When I say you guys love me, I'm not saying it at an egotistical, cocky way, like, oh, you love me because of my channel, and I don't give a shit about that. You guys show up. You guys troll. You guys do what you got to do. We talk football. It's all that matters at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck like about anything else. You know what I mean? I'm very. I don't walk on eggshells. I'm not. This is an uncensored channel. I say what I got to say, and we have fun. It's football, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Like whether it's Cowboy fans or whatever. Like at the end of the day, we're all people that love football. That's all that matters to me. You know what I mean? It's all about the time. You know what I mean? That's all. That's just the good times we have, man. You know what I mean? It's a crazy year this year. Football is a lot of fun. The season's going to be over before we know it, man. It's going to fly by and we're back to the off season. So appreciate it so much, Randall, for the nice comment. But trust me, whether you guys love me or not, I don't care. As long as you guys are here and we're just talking football and having a good time, that's all that matters. I don't really care about anything else, you know? Don't care about nothing else. It's all good in the hood. Carl says, yeah, crazy first, it's the schedule. Crazy first, it's the schedule. Now it's the rest. Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. Last year it was the Eagles had a cupcake schedule to the Super Bowl. Now it's the fucking refs. Now it's something else every fucking year. So I hope, you know what? Now I don't give a shit. If it's the refs, now I don't give a shit. If that's what people think, I hope it pisses everybody off even more. I hope the fucking refs help us out even more and piss everybody off. I really do. If that's what everybody fucking complaining about, I hope they do it more just to piss everybody off. Rev said, what up, Joey? Eagles YouTuber name Top Billin. Don't know if you watch him, but he did a comparison on BrianJohnson's playbook, and it looks like we are running Nick's playbook ahead. Hey, wouldn't surprise me, Reb. it doesn't surprise me that Nick has a play sheet on Brian Johnson's clipboard. It doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't. Young boy Jesse, more jet sweeps and motion on offense to avoid them 3-and-outs, keep the defense fresh. Teddy says, Joey, trying to explain logic to Cryboy fans is a losing battle. You'll have better luck squeezing water out of a rock. Yeah, I know. I get into my moments where I try to make sense, but I guess it's not going to happen. Now it's the refs. Why I always win. Robert says, Randall, they called Purdy Iowa State captain poopy pants. Why he got hit, shit his pants and folded. Is that true? What draft picks we have? I have to look. I mean, I know we have a first. We have 2 seconds. We have a third. I think we have 2 fourths. I think we have a 5th and 2 6. I forgot. I know that I think I'm first with the first 3 picks. I don't know what the other picks are. So then boys will see y'all in the second round as well. Yeah, well, let me know when you get there. Hold on. Let me check my watch. Let me know when you guys get there. Hold on. Let me see. Let me mark down my fucking calendar. Shit. Brown says, shitty bill by Bills and the Chiefs isn't on the Eagles. No excuses other than losing all your QBs, then can cry again. Shitty play by the Bills and Chiefs isn't on the Eagles. No excuses other than losing all your QBs, and I can cry again. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be tough. I mean, that's got to suck. I mean, we went through that. We played in the wild card round against the Seahawks in 2019 with Carson Wentz. 8 plays into that game, Carson Wentz gets a concussion by Jadeveon Clowney, and we were fucking screwed after that. Like, it sucked. You go to a playoff game, you spend all this money, and I went to that game in Philly, and it was a waste. It was a fucking waste of time. We fucking lost, like, easily after that happened. Like, that's why, like, you can't blame the Eagles for, like, you can't blame the Eagles for hurting somebody, or if a player gets hit, and, like, it's not even like it was an illegal hit. Like, Reddick just slapped that fucking Purdy's arm, not knowing that he was there. I don't know. Took him out of the game. That shit just happens. It's Brock's awareness. It's just, you can't blame the defensive guy. You got to blame the situation, the play calling, the quarterback. If the quarterback knows he's going to get hit on the throw and he knows it's coming, he's going to take that throw. He's got to, live with the consequences if something happens. And unfortunately, that's what happened. It sucks, but that's just the name of the game, dude. Matt said, according to that dumb clown, we were 4-0 at refs. Oh, God. Yo, you need to stop. You need to stop, dude. 6-1 without them. Oh, my God. It's crazy, dude. If Leonard doesn't want to play with the coach he's got history with, then I don't want him. I'd rather take my chances with what we have. Fuck him. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm kind of done with the whole situation. If he signs, then great. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna be like, dude. I'm not gonna be that guy that's gonna be like, dude, Leonard signed with the Cowboys. Fuck him. I'm not gonna. I don't care, because now he's starting to get too fucking picky. He's starting to get a little too choosy now with what he's doing. Now he thinks he's higher than both of the teams. Like, I'm just going to sit here and watch and see what team I'm going to be on. Fuck y'all. Like, I don't even need him to be here. Simple as that. So, young boy Jesse, Joe, you trust our secondary to apply pressure with the blitz knowing we struggle through the air? Yeah, I do, actually. In some cases, I definitely do, because I know the Eagles show up. Like, I know they show up. They show up in the second half. They show up in the fourth quarter. Yeah, of course, like, our scheme is horrible. I had a bunch of San Francisco 49er content creators who are like, hey, like, Bill, the Eagles are ranked, like, almost dead last against the pass defensively. Like, hey, no shit. Obviously we are, because that's our scheme. We don't give up big plays. It's rare we give up big plays in games, and we usually don't. And we've done a good job of that this year. But, yeah, underneath is always open at times, and that's what it is. Cowboys for Our Life says, yeah, cry about the refs. Lamb is him. Yeah, Lamb, dude, I never talk shit about CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's a good receiver. I have no issue. But CeeDee Lamb is the only receiver you guys have that's capable. Like, that's it. That's all it is. Turpin gets his shot once in a while. Brandon Cooks has been having some good games here and there, but I don't think Brandon Cooks has had a fantastic year. I think they're starting to try to get him more involved aggressively. They're trying to get him more involved, but CeeDee Lamb has been the whole fucking offense. That's why when everyone's laughing at that's why when everybody's talking about A.J. Brown, it's like, dude, like Devontae Smith, if A.J. Brown's not having a game, it's because Devontae Smith's having a better game. So, and that wasn't a horse collar, by the way. He pulled on his jersey, he didn't pull on his neck pad. So that's another bunch of idiots that think it's a horse. They don't know what a horse collar is. So, fucking morons. Nobody knows the fucking rules. Recently, after practicing for the first time since we broke his forearm a month ago, an upbeat Dallas Goedert pronounced himself healthy and ready to return to action in the Eagles 49ers game. I heard he's doubtful. I don't think he's playing this week. John says, Joey, you think Cunningham will be back at Ref Boys game or Hawks game? I don't know. I'm hoping he's back for the Dallas game. I mean, I don't see why he would be out with a hamstring for 2 weeks, but he could be. I don't know. He could be out 2 weeks. He could be out multiple weeks. He could be out a whole nother week, so it wouldn't surprise me. Billy says Purdy is an amazing QB story. He's young and learning very well. He's amazing. I think Purdy, like I said, I don't think Purdy's a bad quarterback. I just think he's in a really good situation, and I just feel like Purdy doesn't have an extra element towards him. I feel like I don't know. I feel like when the chips are down, I don't know. I just don't feel like. I feel like if you can get to Purdy, I don't feel like he's gonna give you anything amazing. I don't think he's going to get you out of bad situations. I don't see him as that type of guy. I feel like when he's got like an injury or two on his offense, the guy just falls apart and he just doesn't look the same. So that's how I feel. All right, then I want you to explain to me what a horse collar is. Explain me what a horse collar is. Just explain to me what is a horse collar, because I want to know. Because I think people have no idea what a fucking horse collar is. Rams says take Lamb out the game and Dak turns the pick. Scott asks Niners 45-10. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, you take away your best guy. Yeah, he's the best weapon on the offense, no doubt. Actually, says, bro, Cooks had a touchdown each game for a month. What are you talking? Yeah, I said as of recent. Yes, that's what I just said. I just said he had as of recent. They've been getting him more involved. Yes, that's what I said. I didn't tell you how many games, but as of recent, he's been playing really well. Obviously, you guys don't listen. Obviously, you have a hearing problem. Billy said, because he is young, let him gain more experience. He'll be deadly and will be a thorn in Philly's side for years to come. I don't think he'll be a thorn in Philly's side. I mean, we'll see how this game goes. Because potentially you could have another NFC Championship game with the Niners again. So, I don't know. You could be facing this team another 2 times. Dave said Purdy is 110% West Coast QB. That's it. Jalen can add, live and do what's needed. True. Hold on. Let me get through the actual comments that actually make sense. He says, fingers aside in the pads, using them to yank the player down, usually tearing stuff in the legs. Thank you. Thank you. You can have your hand on the back of the fucking on the back of the shoulder pads. On the neck area of the shoulder pad. You can have your hand there as long as you're not pulling. That's a whole different story. But he wasn't even pulling on the neck pad. He was pulling on the fucking jersey. If you see it, you'll see it. Dank says, guess what happened to the team? Those injuries were Trent Williams, Debo, and CMC. So let's take Lane, A.J. Brown, Swift out for 3 games. And let's talk about Purdy not having some guys. I mean, come on. No, I get it. I mean, the Eagles are good in the offensive line. The Eagles have pretty solid backups. I wouldn't even be worried about that as much. The Eagles have 4 really good running backs. I don't even like without CMC, like you have Elijah Mitchell, which he's good, but you know, Elijah Mitchell's good. So we'll see. I think the Eagles have a lot more depth than you think. The Eagles had a backup right tackle last game, played well. Lane Johnson didn't play last game. The Eagles have DeAndre Swift. They have Kenneth Gainwell. They have Boston Scott, and they have Rashad Penny. The Eagles are deep at all those positions. The Eagles lost 1 game against the Jets when they didn't have Lane Johnson for 1 game. They didn't have him for 2 games, but the last time they didn't have Lane Johnson, they didn't play well at right tackle. But they played pretty damn good. They played pretty good with the backup. With Jack Driscoll at right tackle, he played pretty damn good. He played pretty solid. So I don't think it's the same, Randall. I don't think it's the same. You know, Eagles still, even if they lost A.J. Brown for a game, they still have Devontae Smith. They have Quez Watkins. They still have they have Julio Jones. Obviously it's not a Julio Jones. It's not Julio Jones in his prime, but they still have a lot of depth at that position. So Quez Watkins is a speedster. So I wouldn't really worry about it too much. Taylor says, yo, with Ertz and Goddard on the inside, AJ and Smith on the outside, bro, defense would know if it's a run or a pass. Either way, defense is fucked. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, double tie sets with Ertz and Goddard would be great. Would be great. I mean, if you're not adding everybody, but, I don't think they would ever do that at times, but... Terrence said, let's see how well Ellis plays. I like him, just needs more consistency. He just hasn't played at all. Christian Ellis hasn't played at all. I mean, really since the offseason, Christian Ellis was the main fucking, he was getting so much attention at camp. From OTAs to training camp, it was kind of nuts. You know what I mean? Okay, not the Eagles and any other team. I'm not saying that it wouldn't take. I'm not saying that they'll have. If the Eagles lost the same thing, I'm not saying that it wouldn't take effect. It definitely would, but I don't think they would have lost 3 games straight. I don't think they would have lost 3 games straight. That's all I'm saying. Because I think the Eagles just have more firepower, and I don't know. I feel like they just have more depth, and there's always been more depth with this team. This team always carries. Every running back on our team, besides Rashad Penny that hasn't really played at all, every running back on our team has had really good games this year. If we're putting pressure on another guy, usually we do not fold at times, but. And I wouldn't say Purdy is, the most mobile quarterback. Obviously, he's not that. Can he scramble a little bit? Sure, but is he, is that his bread and butter? No. It's a 2-step drop, throw quarterback. I mean, that's who he is. John Douglas says, not to you, Joey. I know you. Oh, no. I know you weren't talking about me. I just like to state shit. That's all. I like to state a whole bunch of shit. That's what I do, bro. That's what I do, bro. We got 279 in chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the stream. How many likes we got on the stream? How many likes? I got to know this. I got to kind of know this. Hold on. I'm trying to get the stream on my phone real quick. I just want to see. I'm just interested to see. We'll try to get to 200 likes if we can. Appreciate it so much. Chris with the super says, minor question. If we win the coin toss, do you take the ball and try to take the lead first? I don't know what the Eagles are going to do. And you know what? I don't know. I don't mind going on defense first. I really don't mind. I like getting the ball at the half because I feel like we always get into a good situation by the end of the second quarter. At times, I don't know. I understand our first halves have been really bad this year, but I think maybe we should change it up this game. I think we should try to throw the dagger shot downfield and try to get that first score. I really don't mind it, but it makes me nervous it's like a good thing and a bad thing we get the ball in the second half, because at least I know we're getting the ball in the second half. I know that, we'll have first dibs, and we'll be hopefully fine, but it just depends. I don't know. I'd probably get the ball first, to be honest, if we're being honest. We'll see, though. Appreciate the super chat, Chris, a lot. Appreciate it so much, man. Matt says, to me, one against the Bills is the toughest fight so far for us. The Bills game was the best game of the season so far, I have to say. Bills game was the best game. I think entertainment-wise, and I think the most resilient win was that Bills game. I think the second most resilient win was probably against Dallas, because Dallas had us on the ropes. Between these penalties that we were getting, we literally gave them the fucking win, and we still got it, which was really surprising to me. Thanks to, do these people realize the reason our secondary looks cooked is rash of? Yeah, I mean it's injuries. It's not having the same secondary every week. It hurts this team. Not having the same secondary every week and remember, like, the nickel spot's been a huge liability with Avonte Maddox. I mean, there's a good chance Maddox actually comes back into the fucking playoffs. I mean, it's really close, like really close, Between him and Zach McPherson, I mean, and then, like, they had to sign Bradley Roby, and then he got hurt. I mean, and then they were just, they've been doing, you can't be subbing guys in and out of nickel every couple plays. Like, I know Eli Ricks has been playing some nickel as well, and he's actually played not too bad, but, Roby's got to stay in there and do his thing, Round says, I certainly don't watch any 22 videos of the Eagles, so I'll take your word on your team, and I guess most Eagles watch ESPN shows that have a few clips. Yeah, I don't. Randall, I really don't watch anything on TV. Number one, I have no time. Number two, I have two jobs. Number three, I just don't care. I just don't give a shit. I go off of what I see every week, and that's it. I don't watch Undisputed. I don't watch all these shows. At the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, through us content creators, we make more sense than a lot of what these guys say online. A lot of these guys on these major news outlets, I feel like we make more sense most of the time. I'm not the most logical person in the fucking world, but, like, the YouTube is not to make sense. Like, I could be liked for saying the most dumb shit. That's what YouTube is. You don't have to make sense. Like, as long as people like me for my opinions, whether I'm right or wrong, that's all that matters, and that's how this channel has been. You know what I mean? So that's just the way it is. Chaotic says, Dallas about to lose 3 in a row. Cowboys fans are going to be sick while the Eagles don't lose another game. I don't know if they'll lose the next 3, but, I mean, besides us, obviously. But Now I'm interested to see what they do against Miami and Detroit and obviously Buffalo. Matt says both our last games are so entertaining that they flexed us to Seattle because look, the Kansas City Eagles game got to 28 million views televised wise. Okay, the Bills game was 31 million viewership. I mean, the NFL is making so much money from the Eagles playing and the way they're playing. It's insane. Like this game Sunday, I'm gonna see like the viewership should be huge for this game Sunday. It might be the biggest game yet. It might be over 31 million televised. No joke. Might be the biggest game this Sunday. Anyone saying Jalen Hurts is the MVP is either a troll or a Cowboys fan? Yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't know. For me, I feel like winning these gutsy-ass games where most teams would fold and most quarterbacks would fold, I'm not seeing that with other QBs. I'm just not. You know what I mean? How long is this going to last? I don't know. But we'll see. Don says, Joey, what Eagles got to do is run the ball, control the clock, and keep our defense fresh. Yeah, I don't want to go 3 and out in the first half against the 49ers and dig ourselves a hole, to come back in the second half. I really want a little bit more of a complete game. Not totally complete. At least if they improve in the first half, I'll feel a lot better. Teddy says, Joey, why is it considered to be safe to date a girl who's a Choke Boy fan? Because she will never expect a ring. Oh, boy. Keith, why do you waste your time asking a question like this? I appreciate it, but he says, why? He says, you think they let Penny get one run in this game? One run? Oh. I think at this point, I was like, second half of the season, they'll start running the shit out of him for red zone or nah. And I think we have to give BrianJohnson credit on one thing. Somebody mentioned in the last live stream last week, somebody mentioned about the Eagles red zone. The Eagles red zone, remember we've been complaining about red zone? I totally forgot about this. Somebody brought up in the chat last week. And holy shit, we've been playing good in the red zone. Like very fucking good. We've been great. Very good. Billy says that one throw to Zach should be Propo Hurts. Oh, the Zacchaeus, the Alameda Zacchaeus throw. Holy shit, that was nuts. That was amazing. Hurts goes back. He scrambles to the left side. He tells Zacchaeus to go deep, and he just puts that. I mean, I was so shocked over that play. So shocked. John says, Joey, love the stream. Boss, check you next time. Keep up the great work. I appreciate it so much, man. I appreciate it so much, dude. Means the world, man. Without you guys, this channel does not do well or exist or anything. So, Blue Flame says, we need 4 perfect quarters. It's true. I mean, I'm not expecting 4 perfect quarters, but I'm expecting a little bit more of a better first half. Like that's all I'm asking for right now. Jeff said, Matt, 59 yards in those conditions. It was hope and prayer, but at the point, 2 kicks separate. Yeah, but that's lucky though. Kicking a 59-yarder in rain is lucky. Like this team just at every position, somebody pulls out, dude. Matt said, unfortunately, Keith, I don't know if they will even him dress the entire season. They would, but I don't think they are high on him. I don't think they like Rashad Penny at all. Yeah, the wide receiver threes haven't got much attention this year. Quez got active last game. They had him in some plays, but they didn't really use him. Rouse said, again, Eagles and Niners should know, barring serious injury to QBs, it's these 2 teams in the NFC Championship, and I'll give Eagles this one and 49ers get the next one. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna make that deal. I ain't gonna make that deal. The Eagles are just too good, bro. It's too good. But But if the 49ers take advantage of the Eagles' mistakes, that's where teams have not put us away. Teams have missed opportunities on putting us away. And the Eagles come back. And that's what happens. Wasn't it like multiple wide receivers in red zone for a touchdown this past game against the Bills? Yeah, I think so. Well, he had a couple rushing touchdowns, too. So Ertz had 5 touchdowns against the Bills. He had 2 rushing and 3 passing. It was a great game. Maybe they signed Penny to prevent him from going to Dallas? I don't believe in that shit. Like holding on to players for them not to go to other. Why did they sign Rashad? I don't get why they even wasted their time. Like I don't get it. Russell, better be lucky than good sometimes. Although it would seem Eagles have both all season long, but one game. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, the Jets game they sat out because we had to play Dallas the week after the Jets. They sat out like 5. They sat out the right tackle, starting cornerback, couple guy. Yeah, Reed Blanket, their starting safety was out, starting corner was out, Lane Johnson was out. I don't know who else was out. I don't know if Jalen Carter was out or Jordan Davis was out one of those games. I forgot. Crazy, though. Crazy. I'm just checking on the time because I don't know what time it was. I would have traded Penny during the deadline. They probably could have got something for him. They got cocky, sat too many. Yeah, I think they overlooked the Jets and they sat too many. I think that's what happened. I think they got real cocky that week. I think they did too. Because if any team it's funny because when we beat good teams, it's, well, Kansas City dropped this, and then we beat the Bills, and the Bills made these mistakes. Eagles get no respect. Any team that beats the Eagles, it's a Super Bowl for them. It's, they beat the best team. It's like, if they beat a good team, then why aren't we talked about as a good team every single fucking week? It's crazy, dude. Crazy shit. Yeah. I mean, giving away Amari Cooper for what was it, a 6th rounder? I forgot what they gave him away for. Amari Cooper was a pain. That was a fucking roster for Dallas right there. That was a roster for Dallas that year. They had a chance that year. Amari Cooper was a problem. Amari Cooper, the problem with Amari Cooper was he didn't show up in the big games. He showed up in like the shitty team games. And he was always injured since he was drafted by the Raiders. He's just always been injury prone too. These little fucking injuries he's had. Dang says they say we were lucky. Even if we agree, there has to be a point where they're good. Yeah, I get it. I'm ready for Sunday, dude. I'm so excited. I'm just excited for football's been the Eagles. I mean, at least for the Eagles side of things, they've been so entertaining this year. It's been so entertaining. It's such an entertaining season this year. Matt says, you think Ertz is coming home? I don't know. It depends if he wants to be a pure starter with the I think the Ravens are a big target for him to return. I remember when John Clark, there was a video that came out. John Clark actually put it up from the Super Bowl because it was in Arizona and he got traded to Arizona. He said, there's a chance down the road to play for the Eagles game. You never know what could happen, so. But we'll see what happens, dude. If Ertz signs with Baltimore, I'm not going to be mad. Like, why? I mean, Baltimore's a good team. They need, I mean, I don't think Zach Ertz is what he used to be. Zach Ertz has already been on IR this year. He's already been hurt like multiple times. Sorry, my allergies. If I'm rubbing my nose, my allergies are starting to hit like bad. Cooper scared me more. Yeah, 100%. 100%. CD's fucking good though. CD's gotten so much better from his first year into the next. I mean, CeeDee Lamb's great. Joey, they didn't have a chance with Dak as quarterback. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Oh, shit. Did I do this right? I did. All right, making sure. Russell, well, the Eagles are the best team in the league. When we win Sunday, you bet your ass Niners will be happy. You got to beat the best to be the best. Some of us understand, although it will be the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, both teams are going to the playoffs regardless. So, bound to meet again? Probably. Could be. 100%. The Eagles have to win one of the... if the Eagles win the next 2 games, I'm fine. But I think if the Eagles win... The Eagles... Least case scenario, the Eagles win one of the next 2 games. I don't know what's going to happen in Dallas with these fucking referees because it's going to get really bad. It's going to get real fucking bad when we play the Cowboys. It's going to be like a fucking headache type game back and forth. It's going to be. Not because both quarterbacks are playing great, because like these fucking refs are going to call every fucking thing they see. It's already going to be a pain in the ass. I'm already seeing it. Rich said, I got a feeling that Eagles are going to show the world that they're great really in this game. I'm taking Eagles. But yeah, look, I think we're going to show up. Keywalk, Quez and Dean can sit on the bench. They make me nervous. I get it. To be honest, Ravens do need him more than us, so I won't be mad if he goes to Baltimore. Yeah, it won't surprise me. VP Ward, what's going on, man? He says, hey, Joey, with Fletch possibly out for this game, what's the status of Milton? The guys on the flight crew want to shout out Crew 9. Take care, Joey. Crew 9. Shout out to Crew 9, bro. Crew 9 is the shit. I think, no, Milton should be back this week. Milton was full practice. They're going to be moving some defensive ends inside. Like they're gonna move Graham. They can move Graham to the inside, Reddick on the inside. They're going to move. The side is going to be very creative with the pass rush, no doubt. So, thanks that Ertz would do well in Baltimore. Lamar is the Dwight Howard of the NFL. He loves giving his balls to tight ends. Oh, God. Yeah, Kittle worries me. If there's one player that worries me, like one would be like Kittle, one would be like Christian McCaffrey. I mean, we've been pretty good against the run this year, obviously, so I'm not really worried about that too much. But Kittle, they definitely have the advantage with George Kittle, 100%. They got the advantage because we've been playing really bad against tight ends this year. I mean, the last time we faced a tight end and did well this year, it was Travis Kelce didn't do shit on us. Kelce had a really bad game. A really, really bad game. Didn't do much of anything. Oh, yeah, the Dallas game's going to give us a heart attack, no doubt. It's going to be that way. It's going to be that way. They're either going to keep the Eagles in this game or they're going to keep the refs are going to keep the Cowboys in this game. And that's what's going to happen. And that's what's going to happen. Dane says, it's been a long trip back to Super Bowl Mountains, but I like to beat the best to be the best. 100%, dude. Jeremy says, Slay and Bradbury played better the past 2 weeks, and I'm scared of the Niners. And I'm not scared of the Niners receivers at all. I'm really George Kittle's like the only one. Kittle and maybe McCaffrey are like the only ones I'm worried about. But I think they've been used a lot better and they've been used more physically. I think they've played. I honestly, dude, like I think there's more of. I've been saying this for weeks. A lot of people have been talking shit about Bradbury and Slay. Like, I honestly feel like Kevin Byard is coming into his own, and I feel like these corners are playing a little bit more physical, and that's what Bradbury's not a zone corner. Slay's 100% not a zone corner for his age. I need more of him to be, a little bit more physical. Yeah, it's probably gonna be Byard. Yeah, probably. I don't know. It's Justin Evans. Justin Evans isn't even back yet. He's not even playing this week. Like, he's been out, like, fuck, man. So, I don't know if Evans re-injured himself or something because he had his practice window opened up last week and nothing happened. Like, nothing happened at all. I want Bradbury to have a fucking good game. Like, I really just want him to make a statement. Like, I I really hope so. Like, I want like a pick six from Bradbury. Like, I think that would make me so happy just for him. Matt said, I was so happy when Bradbury came up with that clutch interception. This moment I was riding for this entire. Dude, it's funny because during that stream against Buffalo, I was saying, man, we just need that one stop. We need that one pick. We need that one turnover. And like, Bradbury got off his guy on the outside and like just jumped the route in front of the guy in the slot and just picked that shit off. Such a good feeling, man. Such a good feeling. Yo, T. Patrick, what's going on, man? It's Joeyshakes. We need to wrap up the number one seed early. Our stars on the D-line are playing a ton of snaps. We need some rest before the playoff. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like you could start sitting guys after the Seattle game. I feel like after Seattle, you could start to sit guys. We still got a few weeks. I mean, look, I would really like to win the next two, but if they win, I feel like they can. The 49ers and Cowboys are going to be coming off of 10 days of rest before they play the Eagles. So the Eagles are battle-tested. They have character-driven, wins this year on top of injury after injury this year. So it's going to get kind of nuts. Thanks. I agree with what you said last year. Purdy has time and destroys our secondary. That's what I feel like. If they can't get to Purdy, he's going to tear us apart. That's with every quarterback this year. Any quarterback's going to tear us apart. The one thing we've had a weakness with this year, which I can't fucking stand, is like the QB scramble drill is killing us. I mean, as much as Josh Allen is the biggest fucking flopping piece of shit that I've ever seen in my life, these quarterbacks take fucking hits as soon as they throw the ball, and it's roughing the passer every damn time. It's that shit's really annoying me. It's really fucking annoying me at times. You know, it irks the fuck out of me. It really does. Irks the shit out of me. So, is my shit. I have the wrong subscriber thing popping up on my shit. My bad. I don't know why that's happening. Oh, I know why it's happening. Never mind. Yo, these QBs that are scrambling on us, dude, I'm afraid to face Lamar Jackson. If we face Lamar Jackson in the Super Bowl this year, if that even happens. Yeah, that overlay for subscribers is for my other channel, so I don't know if it's connected to this one or my other channel, so I'm not sure. Obviously, you can see that this stream is in better quality because I don't use the better quality ever. I'm used to using the fucking HD shit still. This is on 4K or 2K, 4K. I think it's 4K right now. I haven't really used the best of my computer. I love the way Bradbury took the right road when it comes. Oh, yeah, he took the high road, bro. That's how he should. It makes like Debo say, like Randall. What do you think about Debo? Like how about some of these players and how they say shit. Like is Debo like realistically, is Debo being an asshole? Like, will you see him just like talk about Bradbury like that? Like just in general, like, I don't know, maybe it's not a big deal to you, but I mean, I think it's ridiculous, but it's cool. Developed a mind of 8's own haunted chainsaw guy works. Is it popping up? I can't see it popping up. Why am I not seeing this shit? It's really weird. I don't know what's happening. I have another channel that I run, so it's like, I don't know, it's weird. Oh my God, the Niners have Lamar in a few weeks. Not looking forward to it. Yeah, he's a fucking nightmare, dude. I'm afraid of that. That's him and like, yeah. I wonder if that's connected to my other channel. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure this shit out. It's not. I don't know. I have no idea. Debo will get shut down. Philly G, not trying to look far ahead, but seeing Dak be utilized as design runs against Seahawks makes me think Eagles need to spy him. Oh, they should spy on more than just him. Look how many times they did that shit to us. They did that shit. Quarterbacks have run all over us this year. AJ says Debo is just clowning. Yeah, but he's making it like seem so serious. I don't like, what the fuck does he have against Bradbury? Like, I don't even like. He started trolling Bradbury when he held against fucking Juju Smith-Schuster in the fucking Super Bowl. Like, Reynolds, I have no idea the word trash was really over the line. It's okay for trolls like some of us, but haven't heard a player use them words after a game unless it's a dirty play, so can't defend. I don't know. That whole thing between Debo and Bradbury makes no sense to me. I don't fucking know. I made a video on this shit already, so I don't know. Jeremy said Eagles win, Ravens win would be crazy. True that, dude. True that. Nathan says OBJ kind of showing a lot of touchdown highlights too. Yeah, he's been staying healthy too, right? I mean, that's the one thing with him is his health. I don't know if I haven't really watched the Ravens that much this year, so I don't know. Randall, I give you a lot of ton of respect for actually keeping it real. Yeah, dude, it's a good guy. All I want is like real talk, man. Like I could like trolls are trolls at the end of the day, but like I don't like it is what it is. I show up when we win, when we lose. Like blitzing needs to go up. Yeah, I mean I don't think the blitzing's been horrible, but I think on certain plays where like when Desai demands like too much out of a 4-man pass rush, he should add another rusher in there at times. They should do a lot more. Yeah, I think if they want to use Ben Van Sermon on like blitz packages, I think he's great for it. He just needs to tackle better. Rigo says, have to stick with McCaffrey like white on rice. Yeah, it's true. McCaffrey's good. McCaffrey's good. Lamar going to choke too in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, we don't know what he's going to do. Billy said, wish we had Sue back for this game. Nostalgia, you know? Yeah. Like the fight at the end of that game at the NFC Championship last year, Trent Williams throwing Kevon Wallace to the ground. Man, a fight in Philly and a fight in Philly and playoff atmosphere is fucking awesome. It's awesome, dude. That's just a normal day. Thanks. I think issues I have, people in San Francisco could go man up and beat the Eagles. Like if both teams don't turn the ball over, Eagles have a better chance to beat them, and they do to us. Matt said, Keith, that is one thing that's still got to prove to us in the playoffs. Yeah, should be interesting. Rouse says, pretty good chat here. Just trying to learn about the Eagles, and this dude knows his shit. Found a good one. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, the chat is always great. The Eagles fans in this chat are always great. Like this is my community is a great community. Like, and they follow a lot of other Eagles channels as well. But this community right here, like, a lot of them are like, you know, like the good thing about like the people that subscribe to me are like they won't just kiss my ass. They'll tell me like if I'm wrong, if I'm right. They'll bash me for things that I say. You know, it happens. But they keep it real. Like that's like the thing is, if we always agreed on the same shit, it gets boring. Like I don't expect everybody to agree with me on everything. Like if we don't agree on everything, it's boring. If we agree on everything, it gets really boring. If we don't agree, it's more of a conversation, and that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Game with Duke. So what up, Joey? How are you feeling about Zach Ertz possibly returning? I do we need it badly? No, but like, what do I mind him returning? No, of course not. I have no issue with it. I got no issue with it. None. I think it'd be great. Noah Tugoa either. Togai, whatever his name is. I always can't say his name either. What's going on? Happened to our linebacker group? Is it time to start signing drafting better linebackers? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's expected of Nakobe Dean. I mean, he's already been injured 3 times this year. Like, I feel like we're not going to get to see the best of him if he's going to be in this in this situation, man. That's how I feel, Togia. I don't even know how to say his name. We'll see. Chris says we're respectful and need to avoid beer muscles fan talk. Trez says 2 more wins for 1 seed. Yeah, I think I just think winning 1 game is going to be good. I don't know. They win one of the next 2, one of the next 3. I mean, I think they're going to win both games regardless, but we'll see. I think 2 is definitely in the bag. If they win 2 more games, it's 100% in the bag for number 1 seed. If they win 1 game, the next 2 games, I still think it's in the bag as well. Nathan says, but for the most part, Joey keeps it more real than most. I appreciate it. That's all. I'm just myself, dude. Like, that's it. I'm just myself at the end of the day. So, Keith said Watkins needs to go to a nursing home. Oh, Dean needs to go to. I'm reading your name and I saw Keith Watkins and I said, wait, Quez Watkins. Wait, what? Dean needs to go to a nursing home. I don't know. So I think to win the next 3. Oh yeah, if they win 3, it's a lock. I think if they win 2, it's a lock. Yeah, you're saying next 3 because of Seattle. I think they could beat Seattle. They're going to be in Seattle. I know they haven't played well in Seattle or facing Seattle in general. Effing autocorrect this kid. Yeah, you're good. But yeah, I mean, I think as of right now, I think we have a big test this weekend, and I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a good game. Shaquan said, if the Eagles drop this game, people will write the Eagles off. They want to see the Eagles lose so bad. It's funny. Yeah, I feel like if they do lose this game, like everyone's gonna think that this is a fraud team at 10-2. If they lose, it's stupid, but I think it's the truth though. Brown says 1 game is it? Your last few games are as easy as you can ask for. I know it's a week-to-week league. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying they should, but I'm not saying it's gonna happen. So. We have San Francisco on Sunday. We have the Cowboys, Seattle on Monday night. Then we have Giants, Cardinals, Giants. That's where by the first Giants game at home, this shit should be wrapped up by that time. I'm hoping Detroit can lose another game, which I don't think we need them to, but definitely them losing Thanksgiving definitely helped regardless. Matt says, yeah, I think possibly if we win Sunday, then we might actually punch our ticket to be in the playoffs, but not sure. Yeah, so I made a mistake last week. I thought we were in the playoffs last week. We'll be in. We'll be in regardless. Need that number 1 seed, though. Need it. Billy said, what do you think Philly will do on Sunday to help the linebacker deficiency? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things they could do. I mean, depending on like what their pass rush is going to look like. I mean, I feel like they, I don't know. It really depends who they're playing. I don't know if Van Simmeren, if they have some packages for him. Christian Ellis is another one. Well, they can use him for blitz packages. Like, Nicholas Morrow can be on coverage at times. I mean, there's some good things they could do, but I don't know. I'm not sure. They just have to pray. They just got to pray, Chris had 12-1 last year. They were still saying we were going to lose the division. I know. It's fucking insane, dude. Nate says 5-1-5, just not use more than one. Keith says when we win, they still say we were lucky. I know. I get it. I don't, because I don't go, like, that's where everybody gets their news from. They just go on and they listen to these fucking idiots with shirt and ties on TV within these news outlets, and they believe everything that people say, and it's really annoying. If we win 3 more, including this one, I believe we could possibly lock up number 1 seed. Shall see. It starts with Sunday. Yeah, I know. If they win the next 3, it's done. Yeah, if they win the next 3, they're definitely getting number 1 seed. There's no doubt. Then you could start resting guys. Then you could start playing guys for a quarter or a half between the Cardinals-Giants game. those last 3, that's where it's gonna matter. Joe says, Joe, do you see the Eagles playing a complete game because of how the Niners been talking smack? I really hope so, man. I'm hoping that they have their most complete, I'm not saying comfortable, but their most complete game where they're actually playing good in the first half. So, Randall, the Eagles never really play good in the first half. That second half is where you have to get us. Hurts is the number 1 quarterback when trailing in games this year. The number 1 quarterback. Quarterback rating of almost 140. I mean, it's fucking insane. Yeah, big nickel and 50 front. Yeah, I agree. Don said, if I was Sean Desai, I would rattle Purdy early, even if you blitz, just shake him up. Yeah, they have to shake him up. They gotta shake him up. I honestly just say to myself, like, there's no way Purdy is gonna extend plays every fucking time. If he does, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked over that. And if he does, he's going to win the fucking game that way. That's what I think. But, yeah, guys. So, we've been almost, 2.5 hours on stream. So, here's the plan. The plan for this weekend, I have the hiccups now, so that's a good time to get off. So, we'll have a video out tomorrow. We will have the Philly Shakedown tomorrow night to talk about Sunday's game against the 49ers. I will be doing a live play-by-play stream of the 49ers Sunday, of the whole entire game. I'll have that stream up by tomorrow night. And then we'll have a post-game shakedown after the game, and then we'll have videos out, late that night, couple videos. So, we'll have streams the next 2 days, 3 days really, because Monday we'll have another stream as well, just like this, all by myself. So we'll have 3 streams in 3 days. So we'll be busy. We'll be really, really busy. So, all right. Well, that is it. And you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the super chats. And very much like it. Blue Flame says, Joey, this team is creating a lot of NFL rivals. It's a lock to win until the tables turn with the walk-off W's. Really break their hearts and out, too. I'd love to see a goose egg on Sunday. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Definitely not going to happen, though, but a more complete game would make me feel comfortable. At least a little bit of a better game in the first half. That would make me happy, no doubt. Would make me feel a lot better. Nate says, shakedown after OnlyFans holiday cobbler. Yeah. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. Billy says, thanks, Joey. Thanks, everyone. Had a lot of fun. Good night. All right, man. Hold on. Randall says, I'll come back to visit. Great chat. Have a good night. You too, Randall. Have a good night and good luck on Sunday. We'll be streaming tomorrow night on the Shakedown, so we'll have a nice little podcast tomorrow. And, you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow night. We'll have video out tomorrow. We'll have a stream tomorrow night and Sunday and Monday, so we'll be plenty busy this weekend. And I will see you guys later. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And, yes, TCM tonight, 100%. So for the people that are on my other channel, TCM will be happening. All right, you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up? I'm trying to do this the right way without screwing it up. And wait. Something just... Bloop, bloop. Oh, my God. I can't do this shit worth anything. All right, we're good. Never mind. All right, you guys have a great day. I will see you. Peace out. Peace.